Today, only about 100,000 Khoisan remain, and it is hard to believe that this Southern African hunter-gatherers tribe, some 22,000 years ago, were once the dominant ethnicity in the world. The Khoisan are one of the most fascinating people, not only in Africa, but in the world, with a beautiful ancient culture and a beautiful language to treasure. One would think that they cannot go wrong. Learning about the Khoisan people, it is almost like staring through a window into the ancient centuries-old lifestyle. Their fascinating story is a somber reminder on how our actions can bring about the decline of an entire people. Welcome to this episode, where we will chat about the Khoisan people of Southern Africa. Please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button, as it enables us to bring you more interesting content about Africa. The more subscribers we get, the better our channel will be, and it gives us the courage to move forward. So please help us grow so that we can learn and promote Africa together and preserve our traditions and culture and be proud of it. Check out some of our videos, particularly about the Nilotics. We will expand on the Nilotics in a better way, as that was our first episode on the Great Peoples of Africa series. The origins of the Khoisan. Please note that the descriptions of tribes or races is to celebrate our diversity, and in the words of a Pan-Africanist leader, Robert Sobukwe, he said, and I quote, "There is only one race, the human race," end of quote. I'm super excited to talk about the Khoisan, so stay till the end and leave a comment. A simplistic view of language families spoken in Africa include Afroasiatic, Nilo-Saharan, Niger-Congo, Bantu, Khoisan, Indo-European, and Austronesian. The term Khoisan is a description of non-Bantu people of Southern Africa. So what is in the name Khoisan? Khoisan is not one particular tribe, but a blend of the Khoi and the San people, hence the name Khoisan. We could spend the whole day looking into the genome research of the Khoisan, as there are so many researchers with varying opinions, but we will keep things as simple as we can. The Khoisan are believed to be the oldest humans on Earth. Their origins can be traced to haplogroups A and B, and they are found to carry a high-frequency mitochondrial haplogroup LOD. Haplogroups pertain to a single line of descent. The Khoisan commonly retain genetic elements of the most ancient Homo sapiens. Through these genetic studies, it shows that the Khoisan formed a genetic distinct group as they branched off from the Homo sapiens 100,000 years ago. This is important as it indicates that the Khoisan predates the human migration out of Africa some 65,000 years ago, and predates the migration of other early human branches such as the Bantu or the Pygmies from the north of Africa to the south. This is why studies have then concluded that the Khoisan are the earliest humans on record, as they have shown that they had split from present-day humans before all other humans had split from Homo sapiens. About 140,000 years ago, the first movement of human population happened. The San people, who are part of the Khoisan, were the first to move from East or Central Africa southwards to Western Southern Africa. Today, the closest nearest living relatives of these earlier human populations are the Hadzabe people from North Tanzania and the Mbuti Pygmies from the Eastern Congo. This migration gave rise to the present-day San hunter-gatherers. So this is the San in the Khoisan. Much more recently then, about 2,000 years ago, there was a second movement from the north into the southwestern Africa of the Khoi people. Now this is the Khoi in the Khoisan. This group of settlers were pastoralists. That means they kept livestock, herds of cattle in particular, as opposed to the San, who were foragers or those who lived off the land. Interestingly, the Khoi people carried with them the Neanderthal DNA, which was derived from humans from Europe who had returned to Africa 6,000 years earlier. Their distinct appearance brought in the unique features of the Khoisan that we will discuss shortly. There was intermixing between the two tribes, the Khoi and the San, which subsequently gave rise to their anatomical similarities. Today, the Khoisan have a lighter skin tone, high cheekbones, and slant eyes, features that you would associate with Southeast Asian people. One famous man that we all should know about is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was in Khoisan. However, he had Khoisan DNA and features, the light skin, slant eyes, and high cheekbones. It is interesting to know that Nelson Mandela's tribe, the Khoisan tribe, are dominantly Bantu people who encountered the Khoi 1700 years ago from the third major movement from the north to south of Africa migration. So this third migration then saw the Bantu-speaking people driving the Khoi further west and mixed with them genetically in the process. So then the Khoisan creeks were adapted from this mix. You can tell the difference between a Bantu and a Khoisan. Maybe if you compare the two most famous people, so we can look at Nelson Mandela, we can also look at Bishop Desmond Tutu. Now, for my favorite topic of the Khoisan languages share click consonants that do not belong to other African languages. For most of us, our first encounter of the Khoisan language was through a film called The Gods Must Be Crazy, as the history lessons in Africa are still Eurocentric, and we did not learn about these tribes. We obviously need to change the curriculum. The language of the Khoisan or similar languages were widespread throughout the southern and eastern Africa many years ago. But today, they are currently restricted to the Kalahari Desert, primarily in Namibia and Botswana, and to the Rift Valley in central Tanzania. Most of the Khoisan languages are extinct and have no written records. The exception is Khoi of Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa, spoken by some 500,000 people. Second in number is the Sandiwe Khoisan language, spoken by approximately 70,000 people in Tanzania's Great Rift Valley. Currently, efforts are being made to preserve the remaining Khoisan languages. To an outsider, the Khoisan languages sound the same, but there are actually three distinct language families of the Khoisan. In short, there are many variants of this language, which diverge significantly from each other. The origins of the click consonants is a matter of debate, and no one really knows how it was derived. But I love the language. It is fascinating, and it is, without a doubt, an African treasure. Way of life. Now, the Khoisan have developed unbelievable skills in maintaining large herds of cattle, honed by years of practicing nomadic pastoral agriculture. The Khoi people brought in a new life to the sun and wherever they settled in southern Africa. They possessed remarkable skills and knowledge of animals in their natural surroundings. Their ability to extract nutrients from ordinary plants and to survive in arid conditions is incomprehensible. They also possess a comprehensive knowledge of medicinal plants to cure ailments. They were unbelievable hunters who tracked down wild animals and took them down with small poison-tipped arrows. Challenges faced by the oldest people on earth today. Khoisan people have been given derogatory, insensitive, and ill-informed names since the first arrival of the Europeans. Names including Bushmen, Hottentots, to classify this diverse group of Africans until the name Khoisan was adopted. The arrival of Europeans in the mid-1600s disrupted the Khoisan way of life. The persecution, the land grabs, and introduction of diseases such as chicken pox had a direct impact on the population of the Khoisan. Before the Europeans, the Khoisan also suffered a lot from Bantu tribes who took over their land in violent wars. Climate change 22,000 years ago meant the land went from being wet, fertile, and full of wildlife to becoming hotter and drier. All these factors have significantly reduced the population of the Khoisan, who were once the dominant race on Earth. Today, the Khoisan continue to struggle to maintain their traditional way of life, and without a doubt, their hunter-gatherer lifestyle is coming to an end. Evolving laws and wildlife conservation prevents the Khosian from hunting. The amazing languages and vibrant click-like consonants are dying out. Traditional music and lifestyle skills that have existed for thousands of years are dying out, and assimilation into a more modern Western lifestyle is diluting this culture. But the people and the culture that have defied the odds will surely prevail. Thank you for listening. Please leave a comment and remember to like and subscribe, even share. What do you think about the Khoisan people? Very fascinating people. I will see you next time. Thank you.